Wow, is Iran really a few days away from achieving a thermonuclear 6 tactical nukes? That's what they're saying. And Amir Hajizada, the commander of the IRGC Aerospace Forces, is threatening the US, and he said, "He whose house is made of glass should not throw stones." Is America's house made of glass? They have a few bases near Iran. They could strike them, but you know what? They're also threatening to close the Straits of Hormuz, and that means that's an attack on the entire free world and all their shipping lanes, just like the Houthis. I mean, the current buildup at the Diego Garcia Air Base in the Indian Ocean of U.S. Air Force amazing bombs is like half the fleet of bombers of the entire United States. 7 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers, 8 B-52 Stratofortress bombers, 7 Boeing C-7 Globemasters, 10 Boeing KC-135 Strata tankers, and 1 P-8 Poseidon. I mean, what about those that are not confirmed? This is an unprecedented amount of air power concentrated on a single location. You know, what is going to happen right now? We're living in history unfolding right now. Would the U.S. strike on Iranian naval bases, radar installations? Where do they want to bomb? Like lessons that U.S. learned in Operation Praying Mantis in 1988, where the U.S. retaliated against Iran's aggression in the Persian Gulf. Would they initially strike, military targets that are near that airbase? United States Fifth Fleet is based in Bahrain, along with NATO and Gulf Cooperation Council countries. They would have to deploy warships to back up U.S. This could really, really, really blow up, no pun intended. And there's an economic war. Iran is not in a good place. There's an economic war. There's sanctions. You remember that Obama had released how many billions? I forgot how many billions of frozen assets, and now they're frozen again. Iranian rial has crashed over 1 million rials per dollar. So it's like 30% devaluation in the last 3 months since Trump got in. So there's hyperinflation, was a water crisis. 35 million Iranians lack reliable water access. There's power shortages. And with the aerial defense systems taken out by Israel, when we had to retaliate to their strikes on us, Operation True Promise 1 and 2, we're seeing that they're going to struggle to project control beyond, the head of the octopus. Is it really able to go and really control its proxies? They're having a hard time. The regime is spending dwindling resources trying to get back from some of the dips they've had. And you look to Gaza now, one of the proxies of Iran, and you see how they're killing their own people. Those people that are protesting are being killed. The leaders are being killed, tortured. I knew they never cared about their own people, but this is ridiculous. They're hiding behind human shields, behind their own people, forcing children into ambulances as they hijack the ambulance to get to different places, and they've surrounded by children as human shields. This is disgusting. I heard 100 Gazans are now scheduled to be taken to Indonesia as a pilot program and work there. And it's amazing to hear on the radio a Gazan resident who participated in demonstration against Hamas say the residents of Gaza got to come out and oppose Hamas. And at 20 years, almost 20 years is enough. They don't want to live under the rule of Hamas anymore. It's really amazing to think of the prayers that we pray as we approach Passover and about to clean our house from leaven. We talk about next year in Jerusalem, and we talk about returning to the promised land, and we pray a prayer, every day, from gathering the millions of Jewish people from gathering back home to the promised land, and nothing's stopping them. And I just encourage Jewish people, return to the promised land, get the help that our charity, other charities provide now before anti-Semitism just gets out of control. Doesn't Zephaniah 3 talk about Gaza, but it also, in Zephaniah 3 verse 19 and 20, it says, "Behold, at that time I will deal with your oppressors. I will save the lame and gather the outcast. I will make you a name and a praise amongst all the people of the earth." God is going to help us out and help us home. This Passover, that's right, in just a few days, we're hosting an IDF appreciation event, and boy, do they need it. This war has continued on much longer than anyone expected. We're burying loved ones. I know it as a sergeant major. Friends, we want to offer this free of charge to these soldiers. That's why we want to offer you the opportunity to sew in right now and give them that rejuvenation they need. This is not over, but we can stand in the gap for them right now. Please do it.